So, in today's financial planning world, there are lots of Monte Carlo simulations run. What do you like about the new world of running Monte Carlo simulations, and what do you not like?
Well, being from an engineering background, I think it's great to have that tool available to you. And it does things that I can't do. It can, run thousands of simulations well, I have maybe a very small database when you really look at it, maybe 400 retirees to deal with. So they can come out with results in situations I can't. For example, they might be able to take a look at the circumstances in the late 90s and where I have only a few data points with very, very high market valuations. I might be able to tens of thousands and come out with a withdrawal rate, forecast for that. Uh, so that's a valuable tool. And fortunately, it generates pretty much the same results I do. And I'd be worried if it did, quite
Right.
frankly, because if somebody was doing something wrong. Having said that, I think you have to be a little careful with overusing it and realize that both our methodologies have limitations, whether you use what's my so-called deterministic approach or use a Monte Carlo approach. Neither one can predict the future. So we're all relying basically upon the historical relationship between investments and inflation over time. And if that changes in the future, and it could completely change the whole structure of retirement income planning. So that's a caveat people just need to be aware of. It's not a rule of nature.
That's a good clarification. It's not a rule of nature. It could change or evolve over time, but it's predictive right now. I think that's probably a good summary of what you said.
Yeah, predictive. I like Mark Twain's comment where he said, predicting is always difficult, particularly about the future. You know,
Well said. So one of the things we talk to clients a lot about is in retirement, you have two ways to fail in retirement. And I heard this from my friend Matt Heckman. He said the first way to fail in retirement, I think all financial advisors talk about, the first way to fail is you run out of money. And I think everybody understands that kind of failure.
uh-huh.
And the second way to fail in retirement is you die in your 90s with a big pile of money and regret over all the money you didn't spend because you were too scared to do anything. And
Mhm.
so if you were coaching retirees on how to live between the tension of those two kinds of failures, how would you coach people to balance and enjoy while also being fiscally responsible?
Well, there's been a lot of good articles written recently about getting people to spend more in retirement and how to do it. And some of those articles have focused upon the possibility of using annuities as a supplement to normal withdrawals from retirement accounts. And the indications are that you can actually probably withdraw more if you use a blend of the two methods. So I would definitely have my clients examine that as an alternative. Even though I haven't done much analytical work myself, I've been focusing just on the investment side. But the literature is really just screaming right now, hey, you've got to take a look at the possible combination of the two methods to give yourself the most comfort during retirement.
And do you have any research that you've liked the most on that topic?
Yeah, it's some of it came out so recently. I forgot the names of the advisors, the writers. I can get them to you though.
Okay,
But yeah,
great.
some really terrific papers. Actually, a lot of this goes back to 2001 when Bob Veras, Tom Warshawski, and John Emerick's co-authored a paper on that very topic, and where they added an annuity into a investment income stream and found out they could actually increase the withdrawal rate, and became more reliable, more sustainable.
And do you like the fact that most of this research it's kind of this interesting thing that most of this research you're mentioned in paragraph one, and then
Yeah,
they're building off of where you started. Is that
yeah,
fun to get to read research and then see yourself quoted in that same research?
yeah. It's fun, but I don't spend too much time looking at my name in print and thinking about how important that is, because that would take away time from doing my research.
Right, right.
you
Right.
know. So I just kind of view myself as one member of a pretty large community that is doing research. I feel very privileged to be part of, a group with so many smart people in it. Where the important thing is not who gets the credit. The important thing is to get it right, because millions of people in retirement are depending upon us getting the right answers for them. That's the
Right.
most important thing.
Right.